And we are back to Heart of the Tower. It has been a hot minute. So if anything is incorrect, please note it down because not a lot of notes were taken last time, unfortunately, on either party. But in terms of where people are at, we are in the landmark of Derelictus, a city that is just at the edge of Heart, just before it descends into true horrendous things, you knows. The dead that can never die, the weird and unusual cults that have gone deep, deep underground. But today we have some new players, I believe. Or, well, it's been such a long time that we have not remembered them. Ray, would you like to introduce your character?
Sure. Silently walks in the dark. Uh, is kind of a furtive figure. Uh, wears a stiff wool cloak over an overstuffed coat, so they kind of almost look like a walking duffel bag, using a staff to keep their balance. Uh, but in amongst all those pockets and pouches are bone charms and sutures of animal gut to render assistance to others who perhaps ran afoul of all the various dangers here in the heart.
Excellent. In Derelictus, it's separated into 4 districts or so, 4 different platforms, because in the days of old, it was originally to built to connect the city above with the city below, and allow travel between them. Originally, it was named Haven Station. Fun fact, but eh, they never managed to connect the line, and so people have taken over it instead. Currently, there is a little bit of a buzz as people are making plans to be heading down below. Typically, it's preferable to go down in waves because, well, it's a little bit safer that way rather than trying to make it out on your own. Uh, Platform 4, it has a variety of offices of various people with skills and whatnot, soldiers, mercenaries, uh, even even some Vernician knights still hold a ticket office, apparently, somewhere in the district. But as of last time, there has been a job issued a little bit by Insuance Grindil. And I imagine we sort of have this sort of scene of just like collecting, preparing to like head on down below, perhaps trying to recruit more fellows. But I will ask you all, are we more concerned about how we know each other, or shall we just go down delving?
I mean, if anyone found themselves in desperate need of first aid of like a dubious nature, Silently Walks would have given it freely. maybe in exchange for information.
Mm.
I think that is definitely how we have met, at least. Ink Floods the Vein would have come all but crawling into Derelictus, smoke flowing off their clothes, bee stings. You can see their face kind of swollen and distended. They are in dire need of healing, and I think wherever we begin, maybe the two of us are already together because you possibly even pulled me out of the tunnels on the brink of death.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't mind starting in our journey
Mm-hmm.
in the tunnels, you know.
Mm-hmm.
On a purely pragmatic level,
Yep.
Silently Walks, when you say you would have offered dubious healing free of charge, does that come with any kind of ruin decrease by any chance? As I ended my first and only session in this delve with 5 ruin and not a whole lot to do about it.
Yes.
I'm willing to make a roll of any sort to
Yeah. Well,
see the effectiveness.
Well, let's start at that scene with the two of you, probably in sort of the back of like some seedy tavern. Um, uh, PK, I would like an adjective. Michael, I would like a noun.
For the inn?
For yeah.
Squirrelous.
Squirrelous?
What? I gotta look that up because that's not in my vocabulary.
I don't know how to spell it. That's also a thing.
Like squirrel with
Squirrel.
lust.
Squirrel lust?
Squirrel lust. LOUS.
Okay.
Like particularly squirrely or dodgy.
I was with Aaron. I was going with scurrilous, but like I love the
No, I went with
twist on it.
I went with squirrelous because we're in a weird world.
That's much better. That's much
Yeah.
better.
Well, the noun I'm adding is colon.
So squirrelous colon. Perhaps that's how it is. The floors of the squirreless colon, thankfully, unlike its name, have like metal grating sort of that type of thing. Probably was once a storeroom of some sorts, but has been repurposed into like a very, very short, squat tavern. Pretty much like if you get in here, you're probably elbow to elbow to someone else. It's really like there is only a very few seating, so like more or less like a few crates in here rather than actual booths and tables. But dubious healing. I gotta know, what does this look like?
Well, I think since it's not like a tear or cut in the flesh, right? It's burns and bites.
Mm-hmm.
It's bites, it stings especially. I mean, their ink was stung, if I remember correctly, by some horrid flesh-eating bees.
Mm-hmm.
But also has some kind of psychological damage from earlier on. They've been through a lot getting down here, and Silently Walks, you would see kind of dingy traveling clad high elf, maskless, soft features, looking like they have not seen a whole lot of action like this in their life, but at the same time already a little bit hardened by these by the the damage taken getting to the city below. But yeah, it's surface and it's psychological.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think then Silently Walks will use bone charms first to sort of settle your nerves. Like it's a very ritual chakra kind of stuff, waving them over you, where you're over your head, and then it will eventually devolve into crushing those up. Like I don't have a mortar and pestle, so I'll probably just ask for a big spoon if they have one available, just to borrow, and kind of crush it like you would crush baby aspirin for a child, and kind of just make a rough poultice out of it
Mm-hmm.
to apply to your burns and bites.
All right. This is going to be a risk roll. What do we all think can go wrong here?
I think that there could be an ensuing infection from applying crushed up bones to open wounds.
Mm-hmm.
I think there could be a religious problem if these bone charms are hollowed for a deity other than the one whose outlawed sacred symbols I'm carrying. There could be it's like taking two kinds of medication that don't play well together.
You are also haunted by a ghost, so like that's a more pressing issue of like, oh, the ghost will see the bones being crushed up in like a less than sanctifying ritual of some sort.
It's very offensive in ghost culture.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing to my spouse?
Ghost fight tonight.
Ghost fight tonight.
I mean, also you could do a poor job of crushing the bones, and there's tiny splinters, and ink in floods swallows them, and they do more harm.
Mm-hmm. Relevant skills or equipment. Bones, of course. So that's one light die. Devil's Bargains.
No matter what you stole the implements you're using, like the spoon or whatever.
I dig that. Any others?
No.
No matter what, some of your husband's ashes take the form of a bone.
I'll go with the theft, especially since we're about to delve from here.
Mm-hmm.
Just popped at that spoon in case I gotta crush up some bones later.
Yeah. Okay, I can make that work. That's 2 light dice. Since you're like crushing up bones into like a bowl and spreading them on a person, like I don't think that's inherently risking body or mind quite yet. So it's just 2 light dice for now.
All right. Let's see what we get. Light 6.
Oh, light 6. Inks floods the veins. You may reduce your rune by 1.
Thank you very kindly. You ask, while this is all taking place, I've got a pretty close view of Silently Walks, this sort of bone and rag clad witch. Is she High Elven? Is she also from the city above originally?
That's a good question. I would think based on the name and sort of the drive, even if the picture doesn't necessarily suggest that, I think I'm okay with that. She may even wear makeup to try to hide that. 'Cause after all, no one would know her name passing in the street.
Ink will, in thanking her, also just say, I don't know about you, but I'm going deeper down, and I'd be glad not to go alone. It almost took everything out of me getting this far with nobody. Are you eager to get out of here?
I am. I will certainly not be going any further up.
Well, if you're here and you're also unmasked, then I get the sense that we may have common purpose.
I would agree. I've also heard tell of a recruitment of sorts. And though I'm not eager to join a faction or gang or anything of that nature, there is strength in numbers, and as you said, common purpose.
At least to get out of this district, it's too close to the surface. Got to get deeper down.
Agreed. Do you feel up to it?
Better now.
Good. I'm glad it has provided some relief.
Yeah, Ink is lying, of course. They feel physically better, but there's still this overwhelming urge to run. And here's a way to do it, hopefully without getting as completely devastated as they were doing delving alone.
And as your business concludes there, silently walks. You pocket the spoon, whether intentionally or not, it doesn't really matter. But it does go noticed, but not commented on for now. Take the condition a thief in the making. We fast forward a little bit to where the sort of the entrance to the tunnels that lead further on down is effectively on the tracks of like what was supposed to be the train. And well, something for people who have not been in Derelictus for long would notice as being a bit strange is people are going up to this pillar of flesh, and they are sort of listening to it, talking amongst themselves, preparing, counting out their last resources, making sure that everybody does have a little bit of rope just in case there's like any pits to fall down or anything of that nature. A lot of like a variety crowd. There's drow, there's humans, there's like grave walkers, all sorts of folks. And and Ash on the Snow and Orga, you see, just and so as Grindel is trying to like make her way through, just like trying to like see if any messages have been left behind. Do you try to keep up with her, or do you want to stay a little bit back?
Well, we did agree to accompany her. Yes, Agora?
Sure did.
You seem rather refreshed, by the way.
Oh, thanks for noticing. What have you been up to?
Oh, the usual. Getting stabbed by a corpse and stealing knives, and the corpse wouldn't die, so I bludgeoned its hands and took one of the knives from myself. Usual night.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gives you a smile and doesn't reply any further.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we're going to try and keep up with.
Yeah. Yeah. This sort of flesh pillar, it has various ears and mouths all over it. And every so often one of them just starts speaking out of just like, I need help down, and like this like gives like a name of a town further down below. Just like, it's honestly a postings board of sorts that allows intercommunication between various havens within the heart. And you can make a hunt roll if you want to like listen in.
Do you want to make that Agora, or should I?
I mean, I was going to speak to it rather. So maybe you can listen, I can speak.
Okay.
Okay. I suppose I would ask Cor, what do you say?
I mean, am I aware this isn't like a creature, but rather like a communication device?
It with like just a few like probably like about 3 minutes of like watching people come up to it, either listen to it or come up with to it, and then start speaking to like into an ear. You realize, oh, this is not exactly a sentient thing, at the very least. But I'll have Ash on the snow roll for now. Any relevant skills or pieces of equipment to get you a second light die?
I would make an argument for confusion, as in like my ability to cut through the chatter for anything relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right. Any questions you want to be asking?
Hmm. Yes, I have forgotten her name.
Insouciance.
Insouciance.
Yes, insouciance Grindel.
Yeah,
I will post it in chat because her name
thank
is
you.
a
Yeah,
lot.
it's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually want to see if we can find out if Insouciance Grindel's father is any closer to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, like, is there a path that we should be following, kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. All right, so that will be 2 light dice.
I said roll, you blasted roller. Roll. It's a 6.
It's a 6. My goodness. Lots of good rolls today.
Oh wait, just would be gold roll will mess up.
Mm-hmm. You gain a hunt token, and Intuins probably is trying to like listen to various things, not really finding out. It's just various like, oh, please help us. We're like being attacked by something. There's just various music being played down here, and everyone keeps on dancing to it, and they can't stop. The carnival has come. The carnival has come. But then probably Insuins is like mentioning, "Oh, I'm looking for anyone that with the name Grindle. Grindle. Have you ever heard of that?" And cutting through the chatter of just like there's like this very gruff voice that says, "Grindle? Yeah, I've heard Grindle. That's the fellow who traveled here a while ago. Uh, currently around about seeking out the Temple of the Moon Beneath." And you are able to make that out. Insuins cannot, because like there's a lot of chatter going on.
Well, it looks like we're looking for either the Temple of the Moon Beneath or something about a carnival. Neither of them sound like particularly fun places.
Mm-hmm.
Which means we should go. Vera goes, "Matt."
Inks floods. Inks, and silently you do come up around this point, since you're planning on traveling, trying to figure out getting down below because above has nothing to offer for you.
If we overheard this voice from the pillar speaking about somebody who's looking for the Temple of the Moon Beneath, I think that certainly would have caught my attention. And I'll sort of push forward a little bit up towards where Ash and Akura are listening in on the pillar. Sorry, did that voice say someone is looking for the temple below, the Temple of the Moons below? Did you hear that?
Yes. Yes, we heard it.
They're looking for someone to go there?
Well, yes, as it would happen, I believe we will be headed that way. Are you traveling that way as well?
Yes. Sorry, I mean,
Eagerly, it would appear.
no, it's possible.
I am Ash on Snow.
Ink close to me. Oh, and my companion of 20 minutes.
Silently walks in the dark. I thought we were seeking Insusian's Grindle for an opportunity.
Insusian's Grindle is the person we are taking to the temple.
Oh, how fortuitous.
More people? That is excellent. I'm in Susie's Grindle. I'm seeking a way down below.
How rude of me. My very well appointed traveling companion, Akora.
And I think Akura looks at you and smiles and says, "Pleasure to meet you." So, you've heard of this temple before, Incan Floods?
Not specifically, but I knew it had to exist. Sorry, are you connected somehow to the What does Akura look like?
So Akura is a dark elf, and since his occupation is beautiful courtesan, I picture them being quite attractive, with dark skin as a dark elf have, and silver hair and golden eyes. But there's some coldness to his eyes, and he studies you carefully.
I don't know much about it, but I've been sent there.
Well, I think there's always an advantage in having more than just 2 hirelings, I suppose.
Yes, you'll be to becoming 4. It increases chances of success.
There are 5. 0 counts.
I think this like gets influence of just like the goat.
The goat saved my life from an owl. A Nicodemi in the tunnels.
Well, I guess alright. Well, I guess 5 then. It seems like we are a merry band.
Shall we off?
Mm-hmm.
Akura, are you sure you don't need another bubble bath before we head off?
Well, I mean, do you think I need one?
No, you already reek of lavender more so than corpses are adorned with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he steps a little bit closer to you and whispers in your ear, maybe you join me next time.
Amazing. I suppose I would ask the other 2, at least just general. Oh, that's right. Ashland Snow, you have a particular blade on you.
Indeed, I do.
Mm-hmm. These 2 people who have seemingly just come up just were very, very curious about what you're doing. Maskless Aether, that's unusual, extremely unusual. Even for the ones that get banished down below, those who abandoned the tower don't really ever take off their masks. Are they trustworthy enough to travel with you? Perhaps when they're not expecting it, you could kill them for whatever they have. It would improve your resources without increasing costs. Just a thought.
Mechanically speaking, meta speaking, am I going to be forced to kill, or will this be a choice?
This will be a choice for now, unless you collect like several more of these blades.
Okay.
Like like you would need to collect like about half a dozen before it starts getting into rolls territory. But it's just like
Okay.
it's just suggestions.
It's an
this,
urge.
yeah, it's
Okay.
an urge. This is what
Okay.
you get for collecting a murderer's blade.
It's
They
it's
love
a,
to kill.
it's kind of like a little needling voice in the back of my head. All right, gotcha.
Yes. Yes, and this is sometimes why, sometimes with weapons, sometimes you should abandon them if you use them too much. Down into the tunnels. The particular set goal is to travel between the landmarks of the heart. There is rails, pretty straightforward, going down, sort of sloping down at a gentle pace. There is other people traveling alongside you, but more or less of just like people heading into the same direction. It is decently lit through the use of lights on the side that are being powered on with, fuck, I forgot the name. Probably electricity, but like they may have a special fantasy name. But it is a sort of a bluish glow. Who is just keeping an eye out for other groups, seeing like if there's like any other paths, because like again, heading just straight down a tunnel may not always be the smartest choice, but is a choice. Or are you doing anything as you're just traveling?
Yeah, I wouldn't be necessarily looking out for other groups. I think others should definitely do that and seeing the bigger picture and other dangers. But Ink is watching their new guide closely in Susie's. I'd love to try to get a better read on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What is his affect as he leads us into the tunnels? Can you tell anything about him that maybe wasn't clear before?
A bit ambiguous in terms of gender. Wears pants, sort of noble like affectations denoting a human house. I will note Ink's floods the veins is not human, so like I don't know whether or not just like how well like of just like denotations of like gender is obvious, as well as like I just been referring to Grundle as by her name alone at this entire session, so that's on me.
Well, I suppose uh, I'm fishing here for a hunt roll with falsehood. I'm trying to get a read on whether insouciance is leading us into a trap or is otherwise all that she claims to be.
Yeah. Now we get to the hunt roll. Since you're looking for falsehoods, you get the second light die. So 2 light dice.
All right. Ooh. There it is. 4.
4. Akora, presumably the only drow of the group.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about having 2 other out of here join your group? Or just the sheer increase of the group? Because, like, your two new companions, they don't look the greatest in terms of like their clothes and whatnot. They appear to be quite dirty, ragged looking, injured.
I mean, I'm definitely suspicious, but I try to hide that and be rather friendly. And on the other hand, I'm not too worried about them becoming a problem, since especially Inkfloods the Vein is still in a bad shape, I guess, still at Rune 4. But for now, I think I try to not think about that too much because I'm definitely scouting ahead and looking for other groups.
Yeah. I want to make you roll a hunt roll as well. What are
Is
your
there
skills?
anything to know about dark elves in terms of, do they have like dark vision or something like that?
I would say so offhand, dark vision, that sort of thing. But however, like for the most part, like Spire and the city above and the city beneath, a lot of like the places is like enclosed areas. So any like
Mhm.
light sensitivity does not apply here. So like for the most part, you're fine here in terms of looking around.
So I think, yeah, I want to know whether there are other groups that might head down as well that we might want to avoid actually. And I've got the skill of silence, so I think I'm quick. I'm silent actually. I scout ahead and try to see if there's anyone.
Yep. So make 2 light dice then.
Another 6.
Okay. Ink, your guide is not duplicitous in the slightest. In terms of like she wants to get down below, she wants to find the person that she shares a last name with. That much is obvious. It's also pretty obvious that she really doesn't know where she's going. She probably shouldn't be leading.
That I think seeing this or on these intuitions about her character and capabilities. Who among my own companions seems to be the most capable for something like this? Akura has the. I mean, I think on the one hand, I don't know if Ink's assumption would be that Akura, as a dark elf, would simply be better suited for this kind of environment than Ink himself would be. So I think, but it also seems that Silently Walks has been down here for a while. So I may just sort of look back to the two of you, and just say, we are. I'll say two insouciance, but loudly enough that the other companions can hear it. So what is our route? I've heard many conflicting narratives about what it takes to traverse these tunnels. Do you have a sense of which way we're going and what we are liable to face as we go?
Before that gets answered, though, Akora. Potentially inks flows the vein because like I'm combining what because the answer is naturally terrible. You did murder someone, Ink. That first session.
Murder is strong. I captured his soul and stuck it in a marble.
That's better.
So theoretically, not that I know how to release him, but never say never.
Mm-hmm. Well, true enough, but there is sort of like this group of gnolls that every so often like sort of has like a lot of equipment, a lot of preparation to head on down here and whatnot, but they are being a little bit intrusive into like other groups, stopping them, asking questions about like, have you seen a particular gnoll description, the one you've trapped inside the marble? So yeah, but it seems as though like the gnolls are a little bit on edge here. And if you insult them or something, they may break out into a fight, but who knows? Maybe they're not looking for you or what have you.
Yeah, I'm certainly not going to pick a fight with them. I think trying to nobody rumors might have spread.
Rumors.
Anybody other than that one gnoll who tried to bully me in the shrine actually saw my face.
Yes.
Because I'm no longer the one. I met some people before I took off the mask, and now it's theoretically. I mean, aside from the clothes.
Yeah. That's why they're just asking different groups besides this one, because they don't know who it is yet. That's the only thing that's going for you currently.
Well advised.
Now, I'm not misremembering. There was also mention of a carnival at the ear totem pole.
Yes, potentially related, potentially unrelated, because it is like a totem pole with like various messages going out, in and out from all throughout the heart.
Have there been any signs or posters or advertisements of any kind along the tunnels as we've been going through?
All right, I would have you make a hunt roll. Any relevant skills or equipment?
That's going to be a no.
All right.
I mean, the posters could be confusing.
They could be confusing. I'm abandoned because I didn't get taken to the carnival. No. Yeah, no, I don't really have anything I think that would be applicable beyond it being a reach, unfortunately. So one die it is.
Yep.
Come on, roller. Be nice. Rerolls? There we go. I got a 1. Oh, wow. Yay, I lose all my tokens. Great. That's what I get for trying to get to the carnival.
Yeah. There is a poster to the carnival. And it says, "You are on the right path. Just travel a little bit further and you'll be there. Full of joy, full of dancing, full of wonders and amazement. Tell your friends, tell your family, bring everyone you know with you. Because everyone enjoys the carnival.
So I wonder what's the scene like? Did we pass the knolls already when Ink and Flood asks us, or is this
I think
happening at the same time?
Yeah, I think this is happening at the same time. Ashen Snow is a little bit more distracted with thoughts of the carnival, and it was has sort of separated enough from the group to head to one of the walls, looking at a poster, but not out of line of sight of you all, as you're having this conversation. As the gnolls are slowly making their way closer and closer to you by asking questions around.
I think while there's any kind of pause,
Mm-hmm.
silently will be drawn towards one of the light fixtures
Mm-hmm.
and wants to sort of play with it to see how it works, even if that involves climbing a pole or something like that. And I was going to argue for using transformation because a torch or a lantern uses fuel and fire to transform into light, but a firefly or bioluminescent fungus doesn't give heat. So Silently is trying to figure out, one, how these work, and then more importantly, how they could be disabled quickly if we need to.
Okay. This will be a hunt roll for now. Might turn into a risk roll quite quickly.
Understood.
Do you have any relevant skills to machinery?
Well, I was arguing transformation as far as the process. What does it convert into light?
Considering that your other skills are ritual and blood, I do not think this is in the scope of your transformation, because this is machines. Unless you have a secret machine background that I do not know, I would say no.
But that gives information, even if it doesn't give a die, right?
Yeah, it does give information, but you still get to roll like die.
Here we go. A 2. No token from me.
There's a little bit of a glass case with has a little latch. You're able to open up this latch. There is a bulb. You can touch the bulb. You can twist the bulb. And as you twist it, it turns out. And you have a unlit bulb in your hand.
No, I dare say I have an unlit bulb in my pocket.
I think while this is going on, Ink is watching these gnolls get closer and is sort of going from one to another of their companions to say, we should not linger. We should not linger here. Shall we? Silently? What are you doing?
Halfway climbing back down from a pole.
And I think Akuro will say, well, you should talk to Ash on Snow then. And we can see him reading the poster.
And at that, I think the gnolls are approaching your group. Excuse me. Might I ask for a moment of your time? Yeah.
Moments are precious.
Yes, but this is more precious than just moments. You see, we're looking for our compatriot. and sort of gives like a description of like a knoll. Like a lot of them are like keeping your eyes on you, looking for reactions, seeing if you like it's just like, oh yeah, I know who that is, or any, as well as just like a little bit of a recap of like what was on the surface of just like people were trying to figure out a way in too hard because the way had been shut. Our compatriot went into a shrine, didn't come back out. Then we found a body that wasn't dead, but no lights on. And if you look over the shoulder of the knoll, you could see like they have a cart with like a knoll just vacantly drooling in it.
I am familiar with curses that can invoke an unnatural slumber. I cannot promise to break the curse, but I can certainly offer some assistance.
Mhm.
If I'm able to break the curse, do you have the means to compensate?
Yes, and sort of like with like a sort of like pulls out like a sack of silver, and it's worth 1 gold.
While the Knoll's attention is on Silently and however this resolves, I think Ink is going to take advantage of the sconce that Silently unscrewed, and I'm just going to sort of lean casually back against the wall of the tunnel, like I couldn't be bothered, but also just be a little bit less in the light.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna make that a risk roll for you.
Oh, no.
You will get a light die for being in the dark, because Silently has helped you. But however, what do we think can go wrong as the Knolls are just questioning you all?
I think another knoll could already be hiding there, waiting for the signal to attack us.
So I've got a clarifying question, Aaron. You put that person's soul in a marble. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think what could go wrong is the soul gets really, really angry and the marble gets super hot.
Ooh.
And you have to drop it.
Mm-hmm. I think just by your sort of shifty nature, as well as your distinct clothes, you will be recognized, and this will start a fight.
I think Vero senses there's something up with your pouch and like grabs it off of you and gives it to the Knolls.
Brutal.
Devil's bargains. I think no matter what, Pharaoh is just going to be really interested in your stuff, and you're going to have to like fight the goat off from stealing your bag.
I mean, that's kind of appropriate. I think as long as that's not a no matter what, the goat takes my marbles, but I'd be willing to take that, unless there are others.
That was going to be mine, so it's perfect.
I've got a bargain. Since you've got a bag of these marbles, no matter what, it's like having magnets next to each other, and one of your other marbles draws a lost soul into it without you even intending.
I mean, that's very cool. That's very cool, but I do think the comedy value of having this goat just attracted to Ink, despite my best efforts, is well. Let's ride that one out.
Mhm.
I'm slightly gonna twist that, and you can still take the first one, but I think Vero swallows the marble.
Mhm.
Takes it from you and swallows it. So the soul of the knoll is inside the goat.
Oh boy. I'm yeah, because I would have. I'll take that one, Michael, because I would have removed the marble from the pouch of marbles and stuck it in my other pocket to differentiate. I wouldn't want to keep them all together. So I think the marble with the knoll soul's in my other pocket, and the goat maybe gets his nose in my pocket and swallows
Mhm.
it. I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right.
Too late. I'm assuming it's inherently dangerous to.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would say it's not inherently dangerous because of what you are doing. It's inherently dangerous because of what Vero is doing. Because the goat swallowing soul marvels is is not safe for anyone in the range.
All right, here we go.
2 light, 1 dark.
Nice rollers. There we go. 5 light.
5 lights. I will give you terrible knowledge. You will be hidden. You will realize that the goat has swallowed your marble. You will also know that if Silently Walks manages to dispel whatever curse you have on that knoll, the soul will be released into the goat. Only you know this currently. And if you were to try to reveal this information, your hiding spot will be revealed.
Oh no. Is there a way I can
At a,
sabotage the effort to uncurse the knoll without? Oh no.
I mean, you could add a dark die and re-roll
Oh, to try to get a 6?
to try to get a 6.
No, I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let it ride.
So you have a lot of faith in my ability to dispel this curse.
Do I set
Pretty unfounded.
Do I suddenly have a terribly vicious goat?
I mean, not really. Not currently.
Okay.
You will. I'm pretty sure goats have lips, so be able to talk. Yeah. And we'll go on break for now. All right, we're back. Silently Walks. You're here to dispel the curse. Get some.
No, I can't do that. That's a complete and utter lie.
Okay, what are you doing instead?
What I'm trying to do is tisk tisk and be like, oh no. And I want to get the spokes knoll, the one that kind of was their leader or whatever,
Yeah.
to get close. Because while I can't dispel sleep, I can put a creature to sleep. And so I want to use that ritual and be like, oh no, he has caught Nullbane from the heart. This could spread rapidly. And then I want to put that guy to sleep, and hopefully the other gnolls will scatter before it catches.
Yeah. I will note that there are several gnolls. So, okay. All right. This is gonna be a risk roll.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
what would
imagine
happen?
so.
They realize that you're trying to cast magic spells on them to try to steal the stuff. That they're gonna attack you outright.
Yeah. That seems likely.
Uh,
I think what could go wrong is that you actually put the most, harmless and peace-loving leader to sleep, while the others are more up for fighting.
You put the reasonable one to sleep.
You accidentally put the recently Nolan sold goat Vero to sleep.
I'm pretty. You have the skill of rituals, so you get a light die for that. Devil's bargain.
Yes, please.
No matter what, you put yourself to sleep.
Any others?
We are in the heart where dreams become reality. I think by this ruse that you have planned is conjured by the heart into reality, and Knoll sickness becomes a very real phenomenon.
Oh God.
Did you flesh out your drive already?
Yes.
Do you mind
What is your
elaborating
drive?
a little bit about it?
Yeah. Very broad strokes. It's kind of cliche. I would prefer to say it's tropey as opposed to trophy. It's tropey in that, like, we're a coven of insurrectionists, and one of us betrayed the others, and so all that's left now is the betrayer and me. And whether or not I'm presumed dead with the rest of the coven or not, I think it's subject to dice, probably, and bargains.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do know who betrayed us. One of our own. I may not know why, though.
Okay, I was thinking of tying that in, but I'm just gonna say you spill your bootleg ambrosia, no matter what.
Oh no. I mean, it's hard to resist, unless chaotic. Unless you want to put a hard no on it. I'm okay with Noel Bane becoming an actual disease.
Okay, I will think on that, but as to how fast that spreads and to who it spreads, because Vero has a part of a Knoll inside him, so he might be affected by Knoll Bane.
Sure.
All right.
So 2 light, 1 dark.
2 light, 1 dark.
Here we go. Waiting. Oh my god, the suspense of the dice roller.
Dice roller, how could you betray us?
Right, I'm gonna click it again.
Yeah, I've just both times I've had to roll, I've had to click on it twice to do one.
Yeah, we'll take whatever if it does show up twice, whatever the first roll is the. All right, clicked it again. There we go. A dark 3. Yuck. At least my ruin doesn't go up.
So, yeah. You are doing your ritual, and like the Knoll leader is keeping like a close eye on you, and you're like, this is perfect. I can lay my hands right on him and cast the spell. And as you go to touch to deliver the spell, your wrist is grabbed. Captain, I know those words. Those are the words of sleep. This one may have put our compatriot to sleep, and is seemingly going to do the same to you. And the gnolls start to draw their weapons. As you're just like, the spell doesn't go off. But because inks floods the vein, because you have heart song, you can listen to the heart. You know what it wants. You know what it sings. And there's a new verse. A verse, a lullaby. And not even within like this group of gnolls, because like there's more gnolls than this. There's more humans, there's elves and whatnot. But one of like the more mixed groups, a gnoll just collapses down, falling asleep. I would like everyone to roll a weak point who wants to be in this fight.
So I'm in the fight, and I'm vulnerable because I was chatting a gnoll up.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this whole situation would resolve in a very different way.
Mm-hmm.
We would just have a good conversation with everyone, and suddenly they draw weapons, and I'm slightly confused what's happening.
Yep.
And my weak point is 3.
I rolled a weak. Oh, sorry. I rolled a weak point of 2. I am vulnerable because I am going to be using the Murderer's Blade, and this is a fight that I feel compelled to participate in rather than one that I am actively eager or necessarily feel justified in participating in.
Mm-hmm. And potentially you could stab your friends because the blade does not care whose blood it's spilled.
I also rolled a weak point of 3, and I'm vulnerable because a gnoll has me by the wrist. And while my other hand is on the staff, that's real awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ink is going to stay out of the fight, even though this is essentially their fight. But recognizing that the second I step into the light, my clothes are going to be recognized if nothing else, and it's all gonna go very south. But what I would like to do is try to, from the outside of the fight, lower the endurance without directly getting involved. I'm not. I mean, I could use a ranged attack theoretically,
yes.
But I don't. I'd be more interested, if possible, in using Heart Song to continue listening to the walls, to the heartbeat, to just the sort of subtle geometry of the place, and see if there are any secrets or insights I can glean from our surroundings that would turn the tide to our advantage.
I'm trying to determine whether or not it would be a risk roll or a hunt roll, because like one of your goals is to like get the gnolls off of you, and that's forwarding your goal. However, because of that, you're looking for... Yeah, it would be a hunt roll. Ash in the Snow, what did you get as a weak point? I did not write it down.
2.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have any relevant skills for interpreting Heart Song?
For interpreting Heart Song, I mean, if I can't use my condition as which I guess is not really in the spirit of things, I mean, I would make a case for falsehood that I'm trying to winnow out winnow out the sort of lies and whispers that are all around us from any, to try to filter that out and to see whether there's anything that actually might help us here.
All right. I will give it to you.
All right. Here again, I'm going to do it twice, but take the first one if it shows up twice. There. Oh, that's a 2. Oh, boy.
Oh, you learned something terrible. There is various songs. There's the songs of distant days of travel down these halls. There is the song of the flesh that spreads. There is the song of bees that fly and buzz. The sound of owls that crawl and eat. There is a song within your compatriots that sing to them as well. The sound of murder, and they shall commit it still. Nothing that helpful to fight the gnolls, because the heart song does not know the gnolls yet. It is starting to sing about them, though. Alright. We're gonna roll a combat 3. Silently, since you caused us to get into the fight, it is your fault.
All right, I rolled it. Come on. I'll hit it again. Oh! All right, a 10. No 2s or 3s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll be enough, because like they are an endurance 8 collectively.
Nice.
Individually, they are a 6, but there's enough of them to increase the endurance by 2. Akora, you start us off. As you were having this friendly conversation, the sort of call of like, oh no, your compatriots are doing duplicitous stuff.
I think, since I was really getting along with the gnoll I was talking to, I try to talk them down, say, hey, we actually don't have to fight. And then they think about it, and I take out my breech loading pistol and shoot them dead.
A bang goes off, and like other people that were just like, oh god, what's going on with that? They're like, people start scattering. They're like, oh god, guns. Because some of them are like, oh no, what was going on? Is the heart attacking? Is the heart angry? Or is it just like a fight that we do not need to get ourselves involved with? Ash and Snow.
I turn to the gnoll, I guess, nearest to me that isn't Pharaoh, want to specify, with the murderer's blade, and I stab it into the gullet and run the blade up through its chest. And I look it in its eyes and I say, this is not my design.
The blade drinks up happily as the life gurgles out of the gnoll. It's as though it kills very fast because, well, it knows exactly where the pulse lies. This is a very dangerous weapon, a very useful one.
Does Ash like it?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, Ash, but I do know the blade. What did you call the gathering of them? the compelled killer. I wonder what the individual blades of them are called. Because it doesn't make a compelled killer. Maybe murderous intent.
I like that.
Silently walks. How do you get out of your little grapple as you are the centerfold of this?
I think it's one of those drunken master kung fu moments where silently twists and the gnoll realizes they actually have a grip on my sleeve and not my wrist. And one end of the staff goes right in their throat. It's not a brute force attack. It's very precise. Just wham, right in the windpipe. And while the captain's like, whoa, he eats the other end of the staff, like right in the jaw. And then it's just sort of like a whirlwind of hard wooden stick.
Yes. Several are dead. Several are unconscious and can be killed if you want them to be dead.
The blade will take care of that.
The gnolls are all dead. But yep, you may roll a gold 8. Akora, roll it, please. Since
I think I click twice, so we'll see what happens.
And that's on top of like the gold, the bag of silver. So at least you're getting
One
one
gold.
gold. 2 gold because of the bag of silver that was already declared. As well as like whatever bits and bobs they have in their little cart. Most of it is traveling equipment and whatnot. So not exactly valuable, but you can add an item to your found equipment that is under the backpack equipment.
Cool. I assume silently walks, takes the silver, and Ash on Snow, do you want to take the gold because you killed most of the gnolls?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, how is everyone doing on burdens?
Halfway there.
Okay.
I think I'd like to spend 1 hunt token to actually find treasure. Find
You
gold or something.
Yeah, you can find useful things off the gnolls. What do you gather from the gnolls?
I think I would do the same. Find a treasure on them. But I also, before we move on from this, I also want to go to the catatonic gnoll whose soul I've taken and see if now that I can examine him without the threat of him beating me up. I want to see if I can tell what has driven him into the heart in the begin with. Why was he following me, and what did he want?
All right. I'll give you a 2-die hunt roll. Because you do have enough time, and the circumstances allow for it.
I was going to look and see if they had rope, but I see that's not on the backpack equipment list.
You can add rope because I did say that they did have rope.
Okay.
That's boxcars on the hunt roll.
Nice.
It was just happenstance, really. You looked like you knew what you were doing.
think Ink seeing this and realizing in that moment that this wasn't, this Knoll wasn't a assassin. He wasn't sent after me to prevent me from escaping or anything. Was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think Ink will speak a sort of hushed elven prayer over his body. But then mercy kill him. Because he's not getting his soul back at this point, and there's not much left for him here.
Question. What happens to soul marbles if the body dies?
Suppose we'll find out. I mean, we don't have the marble either because it's in the goat.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether or not the marble breaks or not, or how long the marble will last.
I had sort of imagined that you could. So what is it? This is the force a spirit into an object.
Yep.
Is the ritual.
Yeah, I'm just curious about how long that lasts.
I think theoretically you could do this with, if you met a specter or a ghost whose body was long dead.
Yeah.
You could still do it. So that suggests to me that it's not like, oh, the body has to be intact for this to work.
Yes.
But in terms of duration, it's up to you. I don't know.
Yeah. Because there's a sort of special circumstance because typically it's done after death, but you did it before death. So I'm just wondering if that has an effect on anything. If you don't know, that's fine.
Make it later.
Vera says, "You killed my friends."
Oh.
Oh no. Shh. No need for that.
I think as well as just like your quote unquote guide comes out of hiding behind just a little bit of debris that was on the rails, and just it's like, oh, it really is 5 now, isn't it? As the goat is now talking.
Well, glad to see you made it through unscathed. Shall we continue forward? I don't think we're going to the carnival.
What treasure do I find?
Okay, I will give you treasure then, because typically after combat, you get to declare what you pull from the body.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
because I spent a hunt token, I can just find something,
Yeah. Okay. I was intending it because since we just wrapped up, it's quote unquote spending the hunt token to increase the gold roll.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, you don't get additional burdens due to weapons or armor. It's determined per session.
Yes. So I think I'll, since they are people, the one I killed just had a really nice necklace, and that's what I'm taking.
Vero, how do you know these gnolls?
We are gnolls.
don't have a mirror, but you are a goat.
Yes. Also, no. I look over. Vera looks over at Ink Floods the Vein. I think this body ate something wrong.
I think Akura addresses Ash on Snow and he says, "We might go to the carnival after all. How attached are you to your pet?"
Oh, like I said at the beginning, I can always get another goat.
Let's sell it then.
Ooh, do you think we could make some good money off of a talking goat? Excellent idea.
I've never met one before. No or otherwise.
I rather like this.
Seems fitting for a carnival.
A goat with no secrets. Even more the better.
Excellent, excellent. Heading forward, looking specifically for the carnival, I would like a hunt roll from Ash on Snow, because he had read the read the thing.
All right, so I mean, would I be able to use confusion at all in attempting to discern like the direction for this particular carnival, or is this just straight up a one die roll again?
I would say this is one light die.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, maybe you've got something in your backpack.
I rolled a 1 again.
It's not a question of whether or not you find the carnival, because the carnival always wants to be found. It's always leading you into the right direction. It is always doing that. You must find the carnival. The carnival must find you. I think something that most of you have not really considered. What is the carnival? Most people seem to be like content on ignoring the posters. Even like a slight glimpse, people just turn their heads away. The carnival. There is sort of an archway that is sort of like been carved into the wall through the metal pipes. Some of them have burst and like have like various gases that are leaking out, hissing, as though like a big wall had chewed on through. And there is more of those lights, but instead of it being like those bulbs silently, it is actual proper lantern lights, like fairy flies themselves have been placed inside. It's very beautiful, it's very pretty, and you hear that music, those folk songs, and If you go down this route, I want everyone to make a risk roll. There is only one consequence. You join the carnival.
Are we feeling compelled by this? I mean, the carnival have found us more than we have found it, but
yeah, I would say so. This is something that is compelling. I would say, technically speaking, Ash and Snow, since you were the only one that actually read the poster, you are the one that is most likely to be the only one that is truly compelled. Because it is, as rules is written, a mimetic virus.
Would I be able to use silence on my risk roll? The idea being that I am predisposed to not sing and make noise and play an instrument.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
And are we taking a dark die on this risk roll?
I would say so.
Okay.
Because you are risking your body and mind.
I guess then I need devil's bargains.
Mm-hmm.
how should we do this if we have four separate risks? Or is it only one risk roll for all of us?
This would be 4 separate risk rolls if, like, you were all going in. Unless, like, some of you pause.
So Aaron, would you like to go first or second, since you gotta leave at the top of the hour?
Yeah, maybe so. I also think
Yeah.
I'm not eager to go into this.
Yeah.
It's full of light and sound and attention and activity. I think they are eager to keep to the shadows. So I think if they were able to resist, they would. But I also don't have to.
Yeah, I would.
Logic.
Yeah, this is.
But also, they might continue on separately. If they're doing they might split off from the others.
Yeah, this is sort of more of a consequence to Ash and Snow rolling a 1 on the hunt roll. So I'm like, the bare minimum, I'm just gonna have Ash roll for this. But however, for everyone else, it's optional if you want to follow Ash down the hall of the carnival.
Yeah, I'm absolutely following. I mean, it was my thought that we were purposely heading to the carnival. Though I'm trying not to join the carnival.
Yeah, likewise, because I want my share of the goat. It's gonna be the main attraction.
Yeah, Ink will come too, and I think I would nominate Wandering to not join the carnival, given that they have a larger purpose down here that they want to continue wandering.
All right. So at the very least, we've got me rolling here. We've got 1 light, 1 dark, 1 light, 1 dark. Do we have any devil's bargains here?
No matter what, I think you will see the consequences to joining the carnival.
If we're allowed to throw ones out for others, I'll put one out there if somebody wants to take it. No matter what, you hear a song from your youth that no one else should know.
So this one is for Ash and Snow, right?
Or for anyone.
I like the idea of just throwing them out and then having a reservoir of
but then I have to remember, or you have to remind me what's on the table already. But I'm gonna throw this one out. No matter what, the goats will remember. So if you get the next goat, the next pet, it will know.
I love it. I'm taking that.
And I would take Ray's of hearing a song from my childhood. I think that might be enough to compel me to go in, even though desiring not to.
Well, then I'll take chaotics because I want to see what the consequences are.
All right, I guess I'll come up with one maybe for Akura.
Mhm.
No matter what, your services will be sought in the carnival.
Oh. Oh.
By what or whom? Maybe we don't yet know.
Yeah, I'm taking that one.
I have a dark 6.
I have a light 6.
Mhm.
As do I.
I will roll in a second. I'll just say what I want to do. I will use my ritual of peace, exude a non-threatening aura. So I notice some things up, and I want to appear like really non-threatening, so the carnival almost ignores me.
Mm.
Let's see how that goes. That's a light 6.
Absolutely cursed dice rolling. I think where we are gonna leave this off as this sort of aura of peace surrounds you all as you're trying to hide the shadows just to creep a bit further, because maybe the carnival is a regular place, a place for trade, a place where you can get rid of this goat that keeps on talking about the past, about things it shouldn't know. You hear songs that are familiar to you, some that aren't familiar at all, songs that were sung to you as a child, a family song. And then the area opens up into a wide cavern, whereas it looks like the earth had been chewed away by bite marks and teeth. And there's tents and stalls and just things that sort of elicit the appearance of a carnival, of a joyous place. And there's music being played, and people are dancing, and an entire ground is covered in blood and corpses. Because you do not stop dancing. The only people that can stop are the dead. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
So what do we do with unmet burdens?
Start dancing.
At this point, you can do trading of hut tokens to meet burdens.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And what about those of us that rolled 2 1s and lost all our hunt tokens?
I mean, are your compatriots are kind enough to hand you over
I mean,
hut
that still won't help all of us.
I can donate a hunt token to, especially since you guys all fought my battle with these gnolls. I'm happy to donate to somebody who wouldn't.
I don't know if anyone else is in the same boat.
I am.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all short, except for maybe Ink.
That is a choice. Who we're deciding who lives and who dies.
Oh my fuck.
We've got 5 minutes till time. Any
Well, we could do a contest roll at least, you know.
a contest
my.
between the two of you to see who gets my spare hunt token?
Can I sell the goat?
I mean, that would be lovely to sell the goat and split it. you know.
Okay. I would do a counting of the numbers. Ink Floods the Vein has a gold. through a muddy brown sphere, as well as just a general gold. So that's burdens met, as well as 2 hunt tokens.
Oh my god.
I forgot about the spear, that if I could sell that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
Well, that means you could probably spare 2 other people.
That's true. I could, yeah, that's true. And then others
Yeah.
kind of,
yeah.
there's the bag of silver. Does this grail charm made of wyvern bone, is that worth a gold?
No, I think that's found equipment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
well, then, yeah, I'll spare your lives. Such a softie. What kind of a trophy game is this?
yeah. So,
So I think we're collectively then 1 short.
one short.
I think
Because-
so.
Yeah, one
Because
short.
Ash has a gold, Akora has the necklace,
Yeah.
I have the bag of silver, and then Ink has a gold and stuff to sell for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and a gold, something to sell, and then 2 hunt tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, we're collectively 1 short. Someone presumably could die, unless we can
Finagle
figure
a
something out very quickly.
Could I sell the murderer's blade?
I will allow a risk roll to sell the murderer's blade for a gold.
All right, I will take that.
All right. I think the risk here is obvious. You cannot sell it. You cannot give it up. Therefore,
Right.
your character ends up being retired. Devil's bargains. I shall be particularly evil because this is a favor.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, any future incursion you go on will be 1 extra burden for you.
No matter what, even if your character dies, the new one will pick up the blade. So it's kind of stuck to you.
No matter what, the carny you sell the blade to will immediately try to murder you.
I like the idea of the grandfathered in blade. I will take my next character will just wind up with this fucking blade.
All right.
Hello, are we going to roll? Any day now, trophy die roller.
Trophy dialer. You gave us nice rolls, even though you were slow.
Roll 4. Dark 4.
Dark 4.
Yep.
You will. The blade will be grandfathered in. You will be able to sell it.
Okay.
But the complication is the next incursion you go on, there will be a carny attacking you with said blade, unfortunately.
Okay.
Because they have less strong will, apparently, than you. But to be fair, you also murdered several gnolls.
Yeah.
But congratulations, everyone. You survived to live another day.
All right. Alrighty then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you all.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Never forget what I did for you. Hunt tokens all around.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I will not. That's definitely a huge favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you all kindly.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Good playing with you all again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look forward to doing it again.
and we will end the recording.